Here we go. Hello, everyone. How's everyone's night going? Ooh. Let's see if... Okay, that's all good. Checking some stream content here. Alright. So... yeah. Tonight, I just got on. It's a little later than I hoped to get on for the stream. Work today was a little rough. We had a health screening that we had to do. So, one, that took time. So my job went a little bit longer than it normally would. Two, they pricked my finger, so I had this little sore spot that was bothering me all day. And three, I wasn't supposed to eat breakfast before, because when they test your blood, you're supposed to be fasting. I don't know why they call it fasting. It's not fast at all. It's actually quite agonizingly long. So I'm here today. I put 3 houses as a game that I have up to stream, but I actually wasn't sure if I should keep going 3 houses and just keep pushing through with the Ferdinand challenge that I've been doing lately. Keep going with that, or if I should try to showcase some of the other things that I have available that I might like to stream. Oh, there's Kim. Hey, Kim. So, thanks for joining. So, yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted to try streaming something different. Because out of the games that I own, Fire Emblem is the one that I was most excited to play through, and I also had a reason to do it with Billy's the voice actor for Ferdinand having his cancer diagnosis. I thought that it could be a way that I could show support for his needs while still playing a game I enjoyed. But I also want to keep an open mind to streaming other things that I enjoy playing instead of just being a Fire Emblem specialist. If there is a lot of demand for Fire Emblem, then sure, there's a lot that you can do with the game, so I'm definitely up for doing that. But I do have good news. I did go back and review the VOD, so I have updated the kill counter for that last chapter that I did while I was tired. So all of those values will be updated. Doing a charity stream. That would be nice, a nice idea to do. I know, ooh, what's that, I've, I'm not sure, isn't there something that you can sign up for? I forget what it's called. Yeah, the kill count's been updated. What is that thing called? Where you can sign up, dang it. I know a couple people that do it too, where they sign up for a thing where they stream for 24 hours, whatever games, and then any money that's raised will go to the charity of their choice. Oof. It'll come to me after the fact. That's actually something I can look up on a handy dandy smartphone. I need to make sure not to go away from my tab to remind me to pay my car payment that's due in a couple of days, so charity stream. Oh, how to do a charity stream on Twitch. Yeah. I thought there was a specific group that you could do that through, but yeah, I am definitely open to that. So, all right. That would be fun to kind of research different like charities and stuff. Look at what's kind of important right now, what people like, what there's a great need for, and all that. I know for um, Billy's cancer treatment fund, that GoFundMe. Let me check on the update for that. I think that's actually like they've met most of their goals that they were aiming for. Now I am, yeah. Okay. They are still getting donations. They're at 139,000 of their $150,000 goal. But that's something I can definitely look into setting up. Cause yeah, I would need to. I so this is a good time to bring up things that I want to do for my channel coming up. So right now, up to this point, I've mostly been just streaming games that I'm pretty comfortable and familiar with. Pretty much just Fire Emblem and Super Mario RPG. Um, what I want to do, I've tried to make more efforts to reach out on social media to try to like get more involved in just general community and like become better known to the general public. So like I've been making Reddit threads on the Fire Emblem Three Houses subreddit. Um, I've been posting my streams there. Um, I made a Twitter that is now linked to my Twitch here, so you're welcome to follow me on Twitter. Um, I'll usually make a post there when I go live, although if you're already a follower here, you should get that notification. But that's another venue that you can kind of keep up to date with what I'm doing. I probably won't post many like personal things or whatever, but because that's just another social media thing that you need to keep track of. But so Twitter's up. I have a YouTube channel that I just made. This weekend, I'm going to be working on taking the VODs from the past couple streams and moving them over to YouTube. So that way, you can go back and watch it. Or if you miss those nights, you can, check it out and see what you miss. So that's good. But yeah. Yeah. That's good. So, but yeah, this weekend I kind of plan to do a little bit of research on things. I want to meet with some of my friends that are supporting me. Meet with my moderator at some point whenever we're available. Luckily, we can do that in person and just kind of, discuss what I can be doing and like what I want this channel to become like for long-term goals. At this point, I am just excited that, people have actually been tuning in. I get to continue doing what I enjoy, but I have, friends, family, strangers, and just people supporting me. Skyline, hey, how you doing? How's everyone's night? Everyone coming in, checking out my stream? Woot. So yeah. So um I'll also talk about like games, different titles that I'm interested in streaming at some point. Fire Emblem is kind of the thing that I started with, and since I'm doing a like themed run, that's probably something that I'm going to continue with pretty consistently. Um, what other games? Let me switch over to this scene here so you can actually see. So this is just what I have on Switch too, but I also have PS4 games that I would be willing to stream as well. Smash, I don't know if I really want to stream Smash. Usually when I play Smash, I really try to like look at it analytically, which might make good content for sharing with people, like if you want something in the background while you're doing like homework or cleaning around the house. But I also like to look at that for myself and like um see where I can improve. And sometime I don't know, that might be something I might want to focus a little bit more like personally. I have Devil May Cry. It's a neat game. It's hard though. I forgot how hard it is. Xenoblade I would definitely be interested in streaming. I am very excited for Xenoblade 3 coming out in July. So I might stream some of the definitive edition shortly before to get hyped up for it, get myself in the Monado mood. This is also one of my favorite games of all time. Between the music, the environment, the gameplay, the characters, it just has everything you want a game to have. I'll be excited to do that. That my wife and sister-in-law wanted to get this. It's neat. Witcher, I haven't actually played through it. I got it, I started it, but then I was like, let me focus on other things. Okami, haven't actually played it, but it was real cheap, so I picked it up so I can get to it at some point. Pokemon Unite used to play a lot in the first like season. Haven't really played since then. I still like the concept of the game. It's just it's a lot to keep up with, especially if you take it like more competitively, and then they reset your level. They reset your rank after every season. You're like, great, now I'm back an expert. Gotta grind, and it's just it got tiring to me. But I still follow some of the like YouTubers that share updated tier lists and discuss new Pokemon like Espeon coming out eventually. Um, that would be a fun thing to check out. Spirit of the North. Spirit of the North is one of my favorite games. Like it's just so like satisfyingly done. Like it's not a big game. I could play through it in probably like a few streams, but it's just you play as a fox. It's just it's a fun one. I would definitely stream this at some point. Monster Hunter. I might stream this with they're doing an expansion Sunbreak that's coming out in June. I didn't actually finish this game, but if there's people playing Sunbreak, I might get into it more again. And I have Breath of the Wild. Yeah. For PS4, what do I have on PS4? I have like both of the Nier games for PS4, Nier Automata, and the re-release of Nier Replicant. Those are really, really impactful, and the storyline there is really like well done. But it is a very like heavy game, so like, should I try to stream that? It might get a lot of reactions, but I don't want to inflict depression and existential dread upon the general public. Though, with our generations, that might be something that is welcome at this point. It's kind of integrated within our culture where not everyone, but there's a lot of mainstream humor that involves existential dread and like we're gonna die soon anyways. Might as well make everything into a meme kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, the Nier games are really well done. I enjoy them a lot. Um, I have Skyrim on PS4. Could be fun to just run around Tamriel and cause mayhem on stream. I have Final Fantasy X HD remake. Um, it's a bit of a long game, mostly because there's cutscenes out the wazoo. Like I in June they're going to be doing the next iteration of Game Some Quick. It's a speed running marathon for charity. They're going to be supporting Doctors Without Borders this year, so I'll check that out. And one of the items I saw was Final Fantasy X, but modded without all the cutscenes. With all the cutscenes, a speed run of that for a marathon might take like 10 hours. Without the cutscenes, it only takes like 4 hours. So yeah, that's definitely cutscene the game. Um, but yeah, I've played through that a lot. I have a very strong personal attachment to Final Fantasy X. Uh, but yeah, I think that's the majority of my current game library. So, and like I said, the games that I'm most excited for coming up soon is probably the Monster Hunter expansion and Xenoblade 3 that comes out in July. So yeah. So, do we have any thoughts or suggestions for tonight? Are we up for more Fire Embleming, or do we want to see something different? Let me know in the chat if you're interested in anything in particular. I have my Switch up, but I can easily hook up the PS4. I also have a bit of an exciting announcement. You guys can post any suggestions or comments in the chat. But in the meantime, next week, my job, I work as a delivery driver for a linen company. And one of the challenges doing that job full time and trying to stream is my job finishes when I am done delivering the route. So there's some days if there's an obstacle like today, I mentioned first thing they had a like wellness screening where they took my blood and all that. And because of that, I started the day half an hour later. Starting it half an hour later when you're driving into the greater Philadelphia like suburb region meant that it added like an hour to my time because I was stuck in traffic more then. Um, so that wasn't fun. But yeah, I was hoping to get started streaming around like 6:30, but I didn't start till like 8 because then I had to make food and blah, blah, blah. But the exciting news is that we recently hired a new driver, and for Mondays I usually don't stream because that's my lat Mondays. an, an inside joke focusing on I play Smash with my friend Taylor. Um, so but Mondays I'll be getting done a little sooner. Wednesdays my schedule is about the same. Thursdays I will still get done a little bit sooner, but only because some of my customers I deliver to are colleges, and well, most of them have graduation this week, so that'll be I might be able to get on earlier on Thursdays. And Fridays I'm just losing one stop, so not a big difference, but that's like an extra 40 minutes or so that I'll be getting home earlier. So what that leads to is that I might be able to get on streaming a little bit earlier on some of the days, mostly Thursday and Friday. So yeah, I'm excited about that. It also just means less work, so I'll be less physically exhausted throughout the night. So all right. You know what? So I actually feel like I might feel like some existential dread. Let me see if I have near down in the basement here. Give me one sec. I also need to have like a uh, uh what's it called where you have like the screen where you go away for like a couple minutes. I need to set up one of those. All right, 1 second. All right. So I just need some time to get set up here. Don't mind me. And then I'll need to take this. On it. Yeah, BRB screen. Yeah. I know some people also have like music set up to it so that you can just like enjoy some chillaxing until they return. Alright. Let's see if all this comes through the way it should. But yeah. So today I decided instead of this, I hear, but it's not quite coming through. Update that. Now, what do we got going on here? This is a good, we would have to set up a Spotify so we can play music for that, like a welcome screen and an ending stream. That's definitely something I would be interested in doing. I'm kind of curious as to what's going on. So right now I'm trying to hook up the PS4 to play, and so far it was displaying some sounds, but nothing more than that. This is a good test to see how well streaming on the PS4 will go. I wonder if there's anything I can do from the capture device. Hmm. Is it showing anything there? Okay. Yeah, just if I can't figure this out, I will switch back to the Switch. I was like, ooh, let me try to do something different for a change. That's not a good sound. So I'm a little curious because all that I did was transfer the HDMI over one of these. Technical difficulties. I wonder if I'm doing something wrong. Because let's check this out too. So thank you all for joining me to interact with technical difficulties. That's curious. So the Switch, it looks like it's perfectly fine and up and running. Getting the noise, the little clicks, you can see the screen perfectly fine. PS4, because I'm literally just moving the HDMI from point A to point B. But point B, the PS4, is struggling. I wonder if the Elgato capture card, well, because it doesn't make sense that it would be fine with me switching inputs, and the Switch is fine, but then PS4 is just not fine. You don't turn off content. Don't turn off HDCP. How do I turn off HD? Do 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 boo boo boo. How do I turn that off? No, you may get it with a... Is that your PS4? Okay. So I have determined that troubleshooting, if this is going on, will be a waste of time. What a shame. So, yeah, there's things where it's saying that you could potentially troubleshoot with adjusting like the resolution, or there's apparently some like HDCP thing that if it's active, the capture card might not process it. And I'm like, that's neat and all, but I don't want to take the time to do that right now. So, whoops. I tried to Ferdinand Emblem. I'm glad that I'm so on top of things and entertaining. But to be fair, I didn't think I would have an issue with that. Alright, so we are going to get on task and we'll do a little bit of embleming. Alright, so while the gameplay screen still has it's showing the correct kill counter now. For those of you who tuned in on Tuesday night, I was convinced and connived to do to continue streaming, even though I was about to end the stream, and they were like, "Oh, just it's all not 10:30 yet. You can keep going." And I got bodied. I lost track of this kill counter that is now showing that Ferdinand, he got 10 kills in that last chapter, where Edelgard only had 5. So good on him catching up. So yeah. Sorry for the slow start, guys. Anyone who's tuned in, I didn't really advertise this stream on the other platforms either, so it's probably just going to be people who follow me already. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, anyways. So get ready for some background music and some hype Ferdinand gameplay. How is the game volume and everything? Is it a good balance? Can't do certifications. Alright, I guess I'm just doing the mission because I can't do any certifications. Oh wait, we're at the Death Knight chapter. Look at that. I almost thought Haru snuck in here for a second with that.
The goddess's rite of rebirth is about to begin.
I believe so.
No one's into...
Yeah, I'll skip that. It's all good. I don't think it's a slow start. I like all the updates. Thank you. There's even an update where the webcam that I'm using for streaming, while I was rewatching my stream to update the kill counter accurately, it just seemed like I had a weird angle where the camera, since it's right on the table here, it was just pointing upward at me, and it looked like a weird angle. I felt self-conscious, so I use a very high technology, very innovative method to improve the situation there with the webcam. I put it on a box, so now it's slightly elevated and more at eye level. So I think this is a more, what's the word? A more charming view of me rather than what I was offering before. And Lawrence is going to be that. So yeah, I'm excited. See, for someone like me, I have a lot of time just really focusing and fully investing into something, especially if I don't see end results for it right away. That's kind of how I've always been with things, which is why up until now I've usually kept most of my gaming habits to myself. But Fusillade will actually do justice there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, she can hit him. We're all good here. Items. But yeah, lately I've just been really excited trying to think of different ways that I can, like what I want to do next on the stream. I'll get a bow for Byleth. And it's just really like motivating that I'm like, yes, I can do it. I do have these ideas and they're actually working out pretty well. Speed carrots and even among carrots, it grants especially fast feet. So too bad I can't eat carrots. So speed and resistance. Who wants what? Your resistance is 7, yours is 9. I'll give Edelgard the resistance. Not that I especially think I'm gonna use it too much. So let me check something real quick. Someone on Reddit made a suggestion that for Byleth, I should attempt to but Battalion Desperation's not till rank A. Someone was saying that for Byleth, I should try to get Byleth to learn Battalion Desperation and focus on upping speed so that she would be able to double enemies and try to kill them with Desperation because she doesn't get a combat art like Swift Strikes like Ferdinand does. And I thought about it and I was like, maybe I could do that. So, definitely a consideration. And at this point, I will agree with that and build as such. Ferdinand. Is there any other lances here? I'm actually gonna swap this here because I want to make sure that her gambit against that archer guy. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be so worried about the archer. On a regular playthrough, that archer is close enough that he can just eliminate any of your mages or like low defense units. But all these guys are good. I don't think I really need to like heavily focus on gunning him down. Especially not at the cost of a gambit. Yeah, I'll probably just use like curve shots. Take that back. Alright, so bow, you need lances. Did I open up? No! Alright, let me just buy the stuff.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Thanks a bunch.
Is that the one?
Oh, it is not
Is
actually.
that the one?
I
Thanks a
apologize.
bunch.
And then Ferdinand, he already has the steel lance.
Is that the
Let me just get another Iron Lance so that he doesn't run out of uses. And then Edel, she can deposit that. Is there anything else of use? Oh, probably Steel Axe. That way she can do some more damage. And Fulminary uses are fine. I think they're pretty well spread out. That's good. That's fine. He has close counter now. That's going to come in handy. And combat arts. Anything going on? Swap? Nope. Night Kneeler. Do you have Night Kneeler? You should have Night Kneeler. I'll actually give them both Night Kneeler. He hasn't done Smash at all. She does like doing Smash. You know what? She shouldn't need Night Kneeler. So, I think that's a pretty good setup. Let's see how this works.
We were right.
Alright,
Those Central Church dastards have
we are continuing to try to push.
Our enemy
And
appears to be
I
after
have
the
it
tomb where
update.
Saint
Well,
Saros
I have
was
it ready
buried.
so I can
Are
update
they
the kill
attempting to
counter.
steal
Do
their
not worry.
bodies?
Alright.
It would be better. Stay focused.
Let me make sure I'm not within the range of the Death Knight. So only Edelgard can hit him from here, and that's because she's in the Archer class. So she gets that that +1 bow range.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Oh, that's enough. Let me move by. Does Byleth have the chalice? Yep. I am waiting because I want, well, honestly, Ferdinand and Edelgard are both in intermediate classes, and Byleth is still in a beginner class. Brr, brr. Alright, so Ferdinand got one, and Byleth got one. Look at these guys. They're gonna do great. Alright. Oh, what's this debuff? Oh, just strength. That still sucks though. Gross. Attack speed 13. His attacks, he'll still get doubled if he has that weapon equipped. None of the other weapons he has will increase his attack speed. I guess I'll just put him out there. I think that's about all I can do.
Well done.
Alright, let us hope that... Oh, there's the 24% chance crit. Alright.
Will prevail. Stay focused.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Thank you.
Gotta wear her down. Does this... Did that do any... Nope. Still nothing to the RNG. Alright, I'm gonna need to do something a little bit more. Attack speed is 13. Is at least 4 more than the enemies. Alright.
Stay focused.
am Ferdinand von Eyre.
And let me see. Weight is 5. Weight is 5. Weight is 4. Weight is 1. So now he won't get doubled,
I will prevail.
and maybe the RNG will be better. Nope! RNG is worse!
I will prevail.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Alright, so I'm literally just doing that just to see if that messes with the RNG, because sometimes if you do a different action, you'll get a different result. Yes! Now what do I do? She gets doubled into oblivion. Byleth can't attack,
Careful now.
so gotta gambit it up.
We have
There is a possibility that it might just not be in my best interest to, you'll get doubled that way, you'll still get doubled that way. Alright, and now he doesn't even have as much avoid because of, that's 100. Only 3. 75 and 70. Nope. I'm gonna restart this chapter here because I made some mistakes. I don't even know that I should engage Death Knight right away, because usually I do that just so then I can move my other units more freely. But here, it might be better for me to go along one side, gain some experience, but then the mages come from the side. And I am going to have Edelgard just trade for Night Kneeler just in case. If only I had Rally Strength. Ugh.
We were. Our enemy would be.
Alright.
I will prevail.
Everything else should be about the same as normal.
Stay focused.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
So I'm not going to go back and update the kill counter because it should
Night.
play out pretty much the same way. Yeah. Alright.
Greatness awaits me.
So Ferdinand gets another kill there. Alright. So Let's see how this plays out. I like when they just kind of line up like this. I want to use Assault Troop on them, but maybe I don't really need to. Yeah, definitely want to save at least one Assault Troop. Edelgard has one. Did he attack for 18? Well, he does. Edelgard and Ferdinand got one. Here we go. And this guy wasn't going to attack because he's just a healer anyways. What is Byleth's? Oh, Byleth's bow level does still need some work. So I'm actually going to move so that I can do that. And what's Edelgard need to work on? Edelgard's actually there for all of her certification things, really. So I guess she should focus on Axis now.
I'm impressed. Well done.
I'll just rally there.
The reinforcements haven't arrived?
Edelgard got one. Byleth got one. Here we go. So. Byleth got another one. And Ferdinand got another one. And then Edelgard
Think this through.
getting experiences perfectly fine for her. Do I want to try fight Death Knight now?
Well done.
Let's see if this works out. Let's see if... Alright, alright.
I s- Careful now.
Well, the problem fighting him in this range now is that he can,
I will prevail.
only 3 for Gambit. So I can either hope for good RNG. What do you do here? Low. Is beating Death Knight even going to be able to be a thing in this run? No. Alright, let's not fight the Death Knight right now.
Stay focused.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
But let's keep his thing up so I don't accidentally trigger him.
Think this through.
Ah,
You're weak.
that's where that extra charm comes into play. Oh. Good thing I thought about it.
I s-
I will prevail.
Alright. So Byleth and Edelgard got up. Sorry, Byleth and Ferdinand got. No. Only Ferdinand killed. Alright. So, how's everyone's night going? I admit I'm actually feeling pretty tired, so I feel a little less talkative than I normally like to be. So, how's everyone enjoying the run so far? Ooh, look at that healing. Full health. Can you double? No. So Ferdinand got up. Ferdinand's gonna take a slight lead for right now. Do you have the key? You can get the key. Hey, we back with the Ferdinand that we are. So, this chapter, we're doing chapter 4. There's Death Knight in the center. It is very tempting, but I have not figured out a way that I can take on Death Knight with just 3 units. Like, they both have Night Kneeler with Steel Lance. But even Edelgard, who has a couple more strength, is only doing like 27 damage in a single hit. So I'm like, how do I get it where someone can survive getting attacked by Death Knight while also being able to kill him on player phase? Because normally you surround him, hit him with like 4 or 5 different gambits, the chip away, and then you go for the kill with Night Kneeler. But I don't have the resources to do that. I'll just move Byleth there. I'm actually completely fine with just grinding Ferdinand for now. Put on the bow. Acts as a convoy for that. How are you doing tonight, Doctor? Normal strat is Stark Spikes, but no. Hubert here, obviously. Look at that low speed getting doubled by the mage. Gonna have to keep track of them.
Think this through.
Aw man, she kills? I didn't necessarily want that. I'll do curve shot with a training bow. So one more for Ferdinand, and then we're gonna get some mages trying to mess with our day. And we need to make sure we don't get in Death Knight's range. Luckily, since horses can't climb stairs, his movement up here is much more limited. I would have loved to have Lysithea available for me this round, but I did not do that for myself. Yeah. With what happened, Easter just happened, Mother's Day just happened. I can imagine that it's been pretty tough on anyone in the medical field, and just for like families of everyone in general. That's gonna be another kill for Ferdinand. And then these two should be pretty easy. Axe will do it. I tried to do Axe so I wouldn't get hit, but I still got hit. So, but yeah. It seems like that's kind of how things are going and have been going for the past couple of years, where as soon as there's like some kind of holiday or family gathering, and you can't really fault people for wanting to see their families, but at the same time it's just a really tough time to be doing that. I have no complaints, but I really do wish people would take the matter a bit more seriously. Isn't that the theme of pretty much everything the past couple of years?
There was nothing.
Whew, thank goodness. Yeah. Everyone is really trying to push for a return to normalcy, where people are taking it to the extreme where we're just completely disregarding like all the measures that we've established over the past
I will prevail.
like couple of years of techniques that make it effective, like the social distancing, the masking, all that. Like things that could be done relatively easily, but a lot of people are just like, but what about like going to this big party I wanted to go to? No problem with an effort to return to normalcy per se. People have no self-preservation instinct. Honestly, you might be right. This isn't reflective of society as a whole, but in general, the people that you see going out a lot, they're not necessarily worried about what happens next. If, curse you, Ferdinand, you need higher charm. But, Edelgard will get this kill though. But they're not really focused on, like, oh, if I go to this event and get sick, what happens next? If I would get sick and am unable to work, what happens to my family? Like, things like that aren't necessarily coming up in conversations like they used to. And I don't know if it's more of a push for trying to just, like, intentionally, like, convince yourselves that, like, oh no, things are fine and we'll be able to be happy and, like, deny reality. Or if they're just so focused on their own, like their own pleasure seeking and whatnot, that they just kind of like, I could get sick and die, but at least I like got a drink over the weekend. Yeah, it's a very frustrating scene for pretty much anyone involved. this. Self-preservation instincts are also a curious thing, where like people respond to things that could be harmful or painful to them. Where like if there's a loud noise, most people will like, oh duck, oh what was that? So like when faced with immediate danger, people are likely to respond and like do something about it. But then when it comes to like things that could be preventable, and like you could take proactive action,
Thank you.
it's not happening. So parable, you're in a foxhole on the front line. Artillery shells are falling all around you. The shelling slows down. Do you A, wait for the shelling to stop, or B, get out of the foxhole to go to a party? It's, yeah. When you think of it that way, it really is just a frustrating situation for everyone. Because even if things slow down, that doesn't mean that it's stopped. Ferdinand's killing it now. But I think that's a fair comparison where you're just like, we could not be allowing ourselves to get sick, but yeah, we're just gonna go to parties and such. It's interesting how that might come in handy actually. Double miss, Byleth. Ugh. Who trained you? Definitely not Geralt the Blade Breaker. Edelgard's just gonna solo this guy, and they're gonna try to grind experience on these guys over here. Let's say we need some heavy-handed response to people going out to parties. I just don't understand how people think that kind of stuff is a smart choice. We're not always conditioned to think about what the smart choice is. Oftentimes it's what is the most pleasurable choice. And that kind of thing starts to make sense when, like, there's very little time for people to rest nowadays. You need to be able to maintain your household. You need to be able to pay off debts. You need to be able to get places with a car. Oh, that's unacceptable. No. So there is just a very strong push for
Stay focused.
getting out and continuously moving and moving and moving. But that's what's hurting us right now. We're not allowing ourselves to rest and take the time to actually like allow society to reset. I'm gonna have him do this so he can be safe. I don't want that mage killing him. Yeah. It's good on you, Byleth. But yeah. 5 turns, we can do this. Byleth 1. Look at that accuracy. Ferdinand
I
1.
will prevail.
Edelgard's gonna get this. I should have attacked. You grab the key, right? You grab the key. Oh, there's that intermediate seal. I wish I could have that equipped to Byleth now. Side of the coin is how seriously aggregate mental health has deteriorated. I'm sure that you see that a lot, whether in personal or professional work. Not only you're right, not only are people getting physically sick, but it's exhausting to try to maintain like everything that we're doing. Like try to maintain your employment, trying to maintain your household, family, and all that based off of the resources or lack thereof that we have at this very moment. So, well, I'm a psychiatrist.
Keep it up.
That's interesting. I have an undergrad in psychology. The two things that discouraged me from continuing further in the field was one, I have not officially been diagnosed. Maybe I should make an appointment with someone, but I have a lot of markers for ADHD. And when I talk to like friends at length, when they're telling me about their issues, I like to listen, but then there's times where I just kind of lose focus and start to get like tired because I'm locked into one place, and like a therapeutic session is like two-sided, or maybe more if there's more people involved, but I like to let people talk and like share their thoughts and their concerns, and sometimes it's hard for me to stay awake through that kind of thing. So unfortunately I got discouraged from pursuing that kind of field a little further, so I'm still kind of trying to figure out where I feel like I belong in life. But I don't know. My current job, it's fine. It's just really heavy, like physical labor. Oh yeah, normally I kill him before the
Go
end of the
away.
chapter.
That's
That's why I don't recognize him ever saying that line. You got away this time, Death Knight, but chapter 6 we're getting you. And need to update Edelgard's last. But alright. I also lost my train of thought, so I'll come back. I can definitely sympathize. I can't imagine what your clientele are dealing with right now, because will not stop you from becoming, but it would be very difficult to work through a master's level program, let alone a PhD. Yeah. It's also a little difficult for me because I grew up in a household where my mom was very passive when concerning like mental and physical health conditions,
I
where
cannot
if it
believe
wasn't
you.
like immediately affecting you, like she just kind of like, oh, we'll just work through it. So I didn't see professional help growing up, like at a time where it was most formative, where it would have been helpful for me to learn like different coping techniques and like develop that discipline to work through things like the executive dysfunction. Um, that those are things that I haven't really started to work on until into my adult life. Um, yeah, it's something where I definitely think it's possible, because
I have a new mission for you,
with the
Professor.
right kind of like motivation and structure, like I was able to finish my bachelor's, and I know bachelor's versus master's is a lot more intensive. Um, when I first started college, I had very average to below average GPA, and there's a point where I even ended up
Thank
having
you.
to leave school
Thank you.
because I lost some of my financial aid due to academic probation. But after
smells
taking a year off, I
lovely.
came back I declared a major, and then the last couple of chapters I'm playing Fire Emblem. The last couple of semesters I was on Dean's List. I had like a 3.6 GPA. So I know I can do it, but it takes a lot of additional effort to overcome things that people might be able to, like, oh, just write that down. I need a couple more steps to be able to just to follow through with the things that I write down. Sometimes it is beneficial. Like here, I'm able to multitask pretty. There we go. Pretty effectively because what I'm doing in the game right now, I've practiced enough that I can just set it to autopilot for the most part. So I can engage in the conversation and everything. So, but yeah, another thing with the field of mental health is I appreciate, from my own experiences and me attempting to be there for friends, it is very emotionally taxing to do that as a profession. So I greatly appreciate what you probably have to go through on a daily basis on your end. I hope that joining in on my streams here helps you to kind of decompress and, you know, just get some additional dopamine, enjoying some Ferdinand, Emblem, and, you know, joining in chat and everything. Okay. I have some friends that continued on to the master's program in like a counseling psychology kind of thing, and it is fairly intense. There's a lot of like hours that you need to put into like a job within the field. A lot of research and reports and everything that need to go into it. So, oh, there we go. There's that. I'm just on call, so I have to only have a page if they need psych consults. Okay. Well, this is a good way to pass the time, so feel free to lurk if you do get a call and need to respond. How high is Edelgard's defense? Her defense is only 9. Hell yeah, you're getting that Armor Knight certification. I am not going to use her as an Armor Knight, but what I'm getting out of doing this is that now she's getting bonus defense. +3? I will take it. And no. Like I said, not using it, just want the stat boost. Archer, he can do that. Here we go. Now I have some of the intermediate shields I wanted earlier. No. Death Blow is more important right now than Hit Plus 20 for Ferdinand. So, I still need at least 2 intermediate seals for Edelgard. At least probably 2 for Byleth, so that's 4. And then at least 1 more for Ferdinand. Because his defense is almost already at 12. By the time I'll be able to train his armor level, which I didn't train at all. Yeah, I'm not going to get him up to Armor Knight. Go to sleep or go home, so. Ooh. I appreciate that you're joining me in your downtime. So, yeah. If you ever have anything that you want to listen to, I went over a list of games that I'm interested in potentially playing on stream. This 3 houses challenge is probably going to take up a lot of my stream time, just because it is something that I can autopilot pretty. Oh, I need to fish this around for sure. But yeah, I hope you also enjoy if I switch some other games. Some things that I might consider playing in the future. I played Super Mario RPG on the stream before. Unfortunately, it's a game that kind of got overlooked by a lot of people because it came out like the same year as Super Mario 64. So a lot of people are like, yeah, I played Super Mario 64, but they might not have played Super Mario RPG, but it's a blast. Music is great, gameplay is great, storyline is entertaining. I'm a big RPG and strategy game fan. Excellent. Yeah. So Super Mario RPG is the thing that I'll probably play a bit. I play Monster Hunter, and they're doing an expansion, so I might have to pick that up. I can do 3. Yeah, might as well just keep going with these. Xenoblade Chronicles. I have the definitive edition, and I've played through that a lot too. And they're releasing Xenoblade 3 in July, and I would very much like to stream that as soon as it comes out.
I would like to have... Might you help me with a favor?
Here we go. This will help me a lot, actually. I also like some more action slashy kind of games. Like earlier, I had tried setting up Nier Automata,
I could use your help.
but I had trouble getting the PS4 to actually display through the capture card. So
Okay.
instead of taking time up, I just decided to go to Fire Emblem instead. So
Hey there. Come back anytime.
those are things to look forward to. But Ferdinand here is definitely taking up a lot of my time.
The coffin of Sarah instead.
Oh, your motivation is fully maxed anyway, so I'm not gonna...
Some
Okay.
Some people and some...
Do I have any lost items for you? No, I do not. Marianne's someone that I would like to recruit at some point. Can you... Sir. Sir! Thank you. If you've ever worked retail, you've had that experience where someone's just standing right there, and you're just like, please, I literally just need to get to the thing on the other side of you. Sir, please, oh my... And they just don't move, and you're like, if I shout or like raise my voice, then I look like I'm the bad guy. Alright, I already have Anna.
I have. It's a shame.
Alright, we need to get him a little bit more support before. Unless he's already... Yeah, he needs a little bit more support before he'll join. What am I looking for? Is Ingrid down here? Sir, please exit.
I have a request.
No, you don't. I don't care about Gilbert. Gilbert's honestly one of my least favorite units in the game. Well, one of the reasons why he's one of my least favorites is because you don't get to use him. Well, you only get to use him in one route on the second half of the game. So it's really hard to get attached to a unit that you almost never use. Unless you just really like playing Blue Lions, and then maybe you use him all the time.
Professor. If he is not...
But...
I have something to ask of you.
Yeah... I have something to ask of you.
You must, however, you will. May I ask a favor? May I ask a favor of you?
Let's have tea with Rhea. Golden Deer crew represent. Yeah.
I'm pleased. I am grateful.
I did start that run for the Golden Deer. I don't know if you tuned in for that, but before Ferdinand, I was focusing on playing on Manning mode with a little bit more of a focus on educational,
Yes.
like teaching about the mechanics of three houses and going step by step to show how
I see.
like anyone at home in theory could do it with the knowledge and strategies. I think she likes that.
Have you
And
brought
I
a
had
costume
chosen
together?
the Golden Deer house because for the 5 people in chat, that's that's what they voted for. I'm not. I don't recall if you were a part of that,
I see.
but I definitely like the
Would-
Golden Deer house. I think if I had to tier
I
them,
appreciate your effort.
I think I like the Black Eagles the most. The
Well,
Golden Deer second, and then Blue Lions third. Which is weird because I do like the Blue Lions. It's just, it was harder for me to get attached to some of the, I'll call them auxiliary characters. Like, I didn't feel particularly attached to Mercedes, except for her supports with
Don't you? Maybe.
Yuritsa, if you recruit her in the Crimson Flower route. But then those supports are depressing. Like, trigger warnings everywhere. um, Ash was hard for me to get attached to. Annette I warmed up to. I started using Annette more, and her support conversations are usually pretty straightforward, but also her as a unit is better than I initially thought. I actually really like using her, especially on Manning mode.
Right.
Um, yeah, take advantage of Mercedes. Black Eagles here. Not San Hubert. Yeah.
So that means what right do they?
So for Black Eagles, yeah, Ferdinand. Oof. Just the way his character is so endearing, even though he is kind of annoying. Like, he's kind of pompous like Lawrence, but in a, like, he's willing to change his viewpoints if you provide him with enough evidence that he is actually wrong. Um, so, like, his support conversations with Dorothea
You have helped me so
is
much.
really good. Like, I would definitely support them as a canon couple.
Need something.
Need something? Bernie, I
This one?
really enjoy using Bernadetta, both as a unit and also just watching her grow and like get more comfortable
You're all. This
as a
one?
person. It's wonderful to see that kind of growth.
You're all. This one?
There's talks about how
You're all.
it seems like this game kind of turns Bernadetta's anxiety and like all that into just a comic relief thing. Like, oh no, Bernie can't handle this. Ah, I'm gonna run away.
This one?
Um,
You're all set.
maybe
This one?
the general like opinion of that would have been
You're all
a
set.
little different if she had more
This one?
like a greater variety of support conversations with
You're all
people.
set. This one?
Like perhaps
You're all. This one?
you know, her support conversations with Byleth.
You're all
She's
set.
often
This
very
one?
calm and is like, yeah, I'm actually opening up and,
You're all set.
you know, talking
This
about
one?
myself instead of just panicking and running
You're all-
away.
This one?
But
You're all set.
no, I like Bernadetta a lot. There we go. I agree with you on Hubert there. He perhaps he's not making the best decisions. I'll top this off, even though I don't plan to raise faith levels.
This one?
But that experience plus 10% will help me out a good bit. Sword skills, I might use sword skills. Bow skills, I pretty much have everyone up in bow as much as I want them to be, and heavy armor is not there. Brawling, I haven't invested in the brawling. I could go into brawling if I want to get healing focus, but I should hopefully not really need that. So... I have 3,000. Let's get them both up to at least the experience plus 5.
This one?
But it might also be clutch to get some extra divine pulses here.
You're all set.
Well, I'm with...
This
Also, to build on top of your point there, Doctor,
You're all set.
not only is he kind of frustrating as a darn, I can't get another divine pulse with the way I did it, but the experience I think is more important to me right now anyways.
This one?
But
You're all set.
Hubert as an enemy is also very, like, the amount of times that he'll pop up out of nowhere, especially in the blue lines route, and be like, aha, you will fail. Edelgard is better than everyone. And then you kill him, and then he's like, oh, you bested me, I must make my retreat. And it's just like, no, I don't want to fight you 4 more times, just die. It's so, like, overused and cliche. Here's a question for chat. Anyone who's still tuned in here, what is your least favorite character in Three Houses, and why?
As I hear.
I want to hear some of your responses, and I'll try to offer a response of my own.
Well,
It can be a little hard to find. Very well.
I'm not sure why I would want to, like, leave and come back. Like, no, do not show me where my dad is. What time is it? Almost 9:30. Ugh.
I sincerely hope the saints' coffins were not damaged. Were you using...
I'm distributing herbs to the students. I don't know if I am licensed to do this.
so, a teacher.
Professor, it also...
I won't be able to recruit Annette with the skill levels I have.
A risk, though.
Did you happen to lose this? This guy.
Hey, Professor, how important can that stuff really be? Personally, I'll take most.
I haven't played it that much to know, unfortunately. Yeah, that's fair. I'll give him some gifts. Or maybe I won't. I don't know that he's really into any of this stuff. I'll just hold off. Yeah, that's okay if you don't have an opinion yet. Okay, I might be able to do the recon training now. Horse Slayer I don't need. Mithril. I might actually buy up that Mithril. Master Seal. If it was an intermediate seal, it'd be all over it. Master Seal now. So I'll go ahead. My least favorite unit in the game, besides Anna, because Anna is just. It feels like. I know she's meant to be like the merchant character, but it feels like she's just kind of thrown in there. She has no support conversations. Let me focus a little bit. My strategy with this mini game is just loop around here. Sometimes there's someone hiding over there.
Hi.
Oh, please. I'll say do not ruin the mini game for me. Loop back around here. Someone nearby. Found them.
Okay.
Alright, hints on the mini map. Someone over here. Looks like a couple of people over here.
Hey there.
Are you right in here? Where were you? No.
Yes. Professor.
I'm definitely running away from this person. Where were they? Oh, that's where they were.
Hello there.
Okay, I did it. Whoops. Yeah. Oh, it's the least favorite. Least favorite character. Hmm. So personality-wise, Cyril is just usually very like he's so straightforward. Like, here, professor, someone wanted to give you a letter. Okay, I need to get back to my chores. I have started to grow to like him a little bit more as a playable character because he does get a lot of good personal abilities.
Hey, I was. She's.
But
She and.
Well done. You have my thanks.
yeah, like he does have some qualities that make him redeemable. I just didn't necessarily like him personally. Another character I don't like that much is Ash. Ash, he's sweet, but he's so like,
Hey, I could use a hand.
like, I just never want to use Ash. Let's see if I can actually get this minigame. I always end up, the other person gets filled up, but then Byleth is still, like, underwhelmed. They're actually going up pretty evenly. A lot of the characters are good. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Gilbert. I don't really, sympathize with his, hopefully Byleth doesn't burn. Yes, perfect.
Thanks. I'm glad I asked you.
But, like, he's like, oh no, I have failed my country, therefore I need to punish myself for the rest of my life. And go, like, live in seclusion with the church and leave my own daughter and just... It was a very extreme thing, and I get when people are, like, in mourning and all that, like... He probably feels like that's the only thing he can do to try to atone, but it just... To me, it's often feels kind of forced. And he is more redeemable in the Blue Lions. I'm gonna make you want to pass out there, Byleth. But Edelgard needs a seam. Don't worry, she already got the bonus. And now you got the, can I zoom in? You got the redskin steamy Byleth.
Professor.
Yeah.
Professor. Let me distribute more herb. No, in general, I like a lot of the characters.
I appreciate your effort.
What's the thing for the tournament this week? Intermediate seals. I am doing it. Yeah, I'll do Ferdinand.
The mark of nobility.
That personal ability giving him extra avoid is actually pretty helpful. Oh, so much for that.
Only a fool challenges
You can
me.
you even saw his hit rate go from 100 down to 95. That's fine.
This was beneath me.
These don't count as kills for the kill counter. They're not dead, they're just training.
This was beneath me.
Alright, Ferdinand. No need to rub it in their face.
Only a fool challenges me.
Once again, Ferdinand has slain Dimitri in battle. Now I got that extra, I'm sorry. He's sorry that he lost to Ferdinand.
Impressive.
What's my support with Felix? Do I have any? No. Let me try to build some support with Felix. Because he's someone that I'm gonna want to recruit pretty early on to do his paralog.
That's mine. I know nothing about.
I know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
I know nothing about.
Do you like me? Nah, he doesn't like me enough. Alright, I wanted to do the fistfuls of fish. So yeah, let me go do some fishing. Let's see if I can get some bigger fish. That's a bigger fish. Boom. 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 That is why you fish during Fistfuls of Fish Day. You get multiple fish for every individual bait. So your professor level will skyrocket because you're just getting you're getting more fish. Not just professor level though. Again, these fish like bullhead can be cooked in a meal to increase your speed. That can be cooked to increase defense. So you're getting a lot of good ingredients for either the cooking together or just sharing a meal. So more fish is generally better than less fish. I think that's a pretty good rule of thumb. Look at me not being perfect. Gotta restart the whole run now. Joking, of course. So, one thing that I've been trying to figure out personally, the way things are right now, my wife works second shift. She gets done about 11:30, and we are sharing a car. So she got dropped off at work earlier, but she needs someone to go pick her up. And I'm offering to do that. It's not something that I mind going out to do, but I'm not sure if I should try to get a little bit of sleep, like now. Wake myself up, go pick her up, and then try to continue sleep, if that's better for me, or just like staying up anyways and then going to pick her up. Because when I drive over after I tried to go to sleep, sometimes I'm a little tired. I'm usually pretty good about like being functional even when I'm tired, but you know, there's still that like, what if I'm not paying attention? What if I'm not focused enough and there's like a deer on the road or whatever? But I'm also not sure if I would actually get that much benefit from trying to sleep for like an hour before picking her up versus just going to pick her up later. So, does anyone have any thoughts on that? Is it worth it to try to get like an extra hour of sleep if it means interrupting it to go run out? Or would I get the same quality sleep just going to bed when I can actually go to bed, like, for the night? Oh. Hydration check. There we go. That's going to get me up to the next professor level. Then I can get double battles per week. Right. Remember to drink water if you haven't. Now that we're nice and hydrated. What do I want to do with my last activity point? Who do I have support with? Who am I trying to recruit early? So, Lawrence, I want to recruit early. Naps are great. I think if you feel tired, you should go take a nap before driving. That might be a good idea. Because I know, Tuesday night, I, continued with the stream, a little bit later without napping, and I don't think it affected me too much. I was definitely a little tired early in the morning. But you could tell that the longer I kept streaming, the more inconsistent I was. These two I want to get. Leonie I can get a little bit later. I might want to try to do her paralogue. With Linhart, that might be doable. Maybe it won't actually be doable, because it involves keeping both her and Linhart alive. So these two I want, because their paralogue is good. Her I'll get a little bit later. These I might not care too much. Oh. No, I should still get Mercedes. Annette I can't do her paralogue, so recruiting her I can get the whatever item she's holding. Felix I definitely want sooner than later. And Sylvain I actually want to recruit now. Where is Sylvain? Normally, like for his Paralock, I would say recruit him a bit later, but I do want him now because
Oh.
where was he? Where is he though? Was he in the back here? He is, okay.
I can't please.
The main reason I want him now is because we're going into chapter 5,
I can't believe. Please.
and if I have him in
Hey,
my
I'd
house,
like to
then
be thinking, wow, I'll be there.
I get to get the Lance of Ruin.
Don't miss. I can't wait.
And yeah, Lance of Ruin is just it's a really strong tool in the early game.
Hey.
Or maybe I don't do this right now. What is Byleth's levels at for things? Byleth is at least in a class where it's an excellent class. Can certify for Archer pretty well. It's just a bunch of axe experience that she needs. Yeah, let me do this, I guess. So, I'm gonna finish up this explore phase, do some additional certifications, and then I'll probably try to wrap it up there. This was a shorter stream than I normally try to do, but I figured I'd rather get something in instead of nothing. Nothing else there. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting things. These are battle things. And I can't shop yet because I haven't cleared the way. Yeah, I think that's good. What does Edelgard want to get? I don't think I was really planning on anything, because she has C's in almost everything. Because she's already certified for Archer. She could definitely do, let me do one in that just to be sure. Because the group task, she'll get some experience with Ferdinand, and that'll go up, so she can definitely do Pegasus Knight. Yeah, she's definitely, she can do every class that I want her to have for the intermediate. What do I want her to do for advance? I might just take Edelgard right into Wyvern Rider. Because she'll have Death Blow, she'll have Darting Blow, she'll have Hit plus 20, Axe Prowess, and then for 5th skill, she can either keep Battalion Advantage, she can get like Axe Crit if I get Axe high enough. That can be useful. Even Axe Fair if I train this up high enough. So yeah, I might actually just focus Axes for now. Oh, he's already in Brigand, so even though he will want to raise Axe for Wyvern Rider and Wyvern Lord, he's fine there. I gave up on that. And flying, he doesn't need that until he gets to Wyvern Rider, so I will do this so he can get up to get Vantage. Oh, look at that.
Seems.
So that's a possibility for him now. And just grind this. I realize I should be training some people so that they can, if I do their paralogs, maybe they can contribute a little bit more. I was training her in Lance, but really I should be training her in riding. Because I was doing, I think I have her goals to like Lance and flying, but if I get her to riding rank A+, she'll get movement +1, and then that'll be easier to keep her in the forest. So yeah, I'm actually gonna train Petra for that same purpose. Gonna change some goals now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more rationally. Him becoming a wyvern is entirely possible because he'll be able to be set as an adjutant, so he's gonna be able to gain experience and actually level up to get higher certifications. Linhart, I mostly just want him to get warp and maybe the riding for movement +1. Caspar, I guess that's fine. And I'm actually just gonna focus on riding. You are not really at a risk, and the paralog with Ingrid's gonna come up sooner than later, so she's not gonna have time to learn riding +1. And you as well. I'm not really planning to use you as an adjutant because I already have those slots occupied. So I'm gonna just focus you on riding for now. I don't know what to focus you on. Your paralog comes up pretty quick, and yours is not hard. I think that's fine actually. I don't know what to expect for your paralog, so I'm gonna take away Edelgard's armor thing because she already got the armor knight. I did want weight -3, kind of, but maybe I don't. Maybe that's a waste of resources. Let me just focus on axe and authority for right now, I guess. And then Ferdinand, Lance is what he really wants, and axe is what will get him into the certifications that he needs later. Yeah, let's go at it. Let's see what's going on here. I don't know the answer to this, and if I get it good, then I will get my professor level up, so I'm gonna take the time to look it up. Foldlin has been around for a really long time. I may have to scroll down for a bit because Anna's a newer character compared to the rest. So I'm just looking up an article on rpgsite.net, and it has a list of the investigate folklore from different regions. It has a list of the perfect responses. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that because boop 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 boop.
Professor?
No, do as I say. This is the best
Our professor
Uh,
certainly
point in time to try to reach that professor level.
It's a deep.
Seems
Metal Grade,
simple
seriously
enough.
not.
Impressed yet?
Okay. That is the objectively best time because you get that, now I have 2 battle points. Clearing the way you get at that point, and you need to complete this to have access to merchants, and that will open up a lot of possibilities for like fishing baits, seeds for gardening, things like that. So this is good to do, but it's not a very, you won't get a lot of experience. So now that I have 2 battle points, I don't have to stop my battle battling there. I can now do this, which is much more level appropriate, and there'll be stat boosters that will help me out. So let me get these certifications before I forget. How many do I have? I know I can't buy it, but how many do I have before I win? I have 2. Ferdinand's, he can try to do the mercenary, but that's not completely necessary right now. Hit plus 20 and death blow are definitely more important. And I could do this. Flying is not at D. Oh, well, let me get Brigging because it's 100%. That's a better investment. Although I really do want the Pegasus Knight class. But the next week that they do the group test, you should be able to level up and get that. So do I want to chance Byleth getting an archer? Or Ferdinand getting into mercenary? There's 1 more percent for Byleth with archer. Yeah, that's 67% for some reason. Oh no! No! No, you are not. Should have gone with Ferdinand, of course. So Byleth is in that intermediate class, that'll be handy. Edelgard, just certified for Brigand, but Archer is where I want her to be right now for hit plus 20. And then Ferdinand is in Brigand for Deathblow. That's all good. Alright. I think that's about all the setup that I can really do. I'm going to be doing some battling, but it's late. Alright. So yeah, I appreciate you guys who stuck through when I was having technical difficulties with the trying to set up the PS4. I'll check into that, see if it's something on the PS4's end. I might need to adjust some settings there, or I might need to adjust some settings with the capture card, but that will be fun if I can increase the variety of things that I can do while streaming. So yeah, like I said, I'll just kind of recap everything that I went over earlier in the stream. So what we did in the stream today, we completed chapter 4, Rite of Rebirth. Everyone survived, of course. Edelgard and Ferdinand and Byleth all got through okay. Ferdinand's kill counter is now in the lead at 46, Edelgard at 39, and Byleth at 27. Byleth dropped behind because Byleth was not certified for an intermediate class, so training her in another beginner class was not as valuable as Edelgard and Ferdinand getting experience in their intermediate classes. So yeah, Byleth's a little behind right now, but yeah, we'll see how things progress. We'll see if Ferdinand can keep his lead. Wasn't able to kill the Death Knight. Unfortunately, you really do need, like, I needed anything. Like, a couple more gambits going on Death Knight to lower his HP. rally strength or whatever, like in the Blue Lions, Annette has it out the bat. In Golden Deer, Raphael can learn it Authority D. You can definitely get there before Chapter 4. That would have helped Ferdinand to get a stronger hit. Some units, like if you do the Golden Deer route and you recruit Sylvain, that's my favorite way. Golden Deer is my favorite one if for fighting Death Knight specifically, because then you can either try to train Lysithea and Reason to get Dark Spikes, which if you solo focus Reason is 100% doable, even if you only get like good tutoring sessions. And then you could just Dark Spikes him, it'll do like 20-30 damage. Or you can have Sylvain with he gets rally speed from Ignatz, because Ignatz can also do that, so he can still wield an Iron Lance and not get doubled. And then Sylvain using Night Kneeler with the Steel Lance with Rally Strength on from Raphael. His personal ability, if he's near a female ally, will add 2 damage on top of that. And then if he's near Hilda, who's in the Golden Deer house, she'll also give an additional +3 damage. So that's 3 plus 2 from his personal, plus 4 from Rally Strength. He's probably doing like 27 to 32 damage just with a single Night Kneeler. So yeah, we couldn't use any of those strats, so we just skipped fighting the Death Knight. But we'll get him in Chapter 6. Don't worry, we'll get him next time. But yeah, then I just did the Explore phase. We're getting into some key intermediate certifications. Once I get some of these class mastery skills, you'll start to see the units really improve their potential. And then we'll be a lot less worried for them surviving these larger maps with just the 3 of them. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll wrap up and then I'll close the stream and lay down for a bit. And I'll set an alarm so I make sure to get to her in time. I appreciate the concern though. Thank you guys for your kind advice. But yeah. So yeah, we're doing that. Future stuff. I might stream tomorrow night. I really don't know how my workday is gonna go. There's a chance I'll get back sometime between the hours of 6:30 and 7:30. Like, I also don't know because it's supposed to rain and that might slow me down because slowing down traffic. We'll see. But if I am on, I'll try to make an announcement on my Facebook. I have my Twitter linked to this, so I'll try to update Twitter. And if you haven't followed this stream, which many of the viewers here have, if you're not a follower yet, please consider that, and you'll get to see whenever I go live. Yeah. But yeah, definitely some plans for what we're doing in the future. Gonna look at adding some like graphics and some like things going on in the chat, like a BRB screen for when I disappear to hook up the PS4 and fail at actually getting it to stream. I really want to make like a logo or whatever for myself at some point. I'm not the most artistically inclined in that sense, but I would like to kind of create a brand for myself. And then, because right now I just have my cat there, and she's good, but yeah, I can't just rely on her forever. But yeah, well, there'll be new things coming out, and I'm excited to take steps to try to like make the most out of this channel and what I'm doing with it. So, my mod Kimmy Torres is saying goodnight, so that's not so hitting code for please go to bed, Evan. So, once again, thank you guys for joining. Tune in next time. And maybe, like I said, if my work schedule lightens up a bit, maybe I can have a more consistent schedule, and I would appreciate that, and maybe you guys might appreciate that too. Thank you guys. Thank you, Kimmy, and thank you, Doctor. Thank you, everyone who joined in, and I'll see you next time.